Ladies and gentlemen, our guest for tonight is someone I consider very, very phenomenal. He's been dominating the internet space for the past 10 years. Not only that, he's the CMO of usekitkat.com, the sponsor of this show. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend. No other person than Mr. Josh Tracy, the e-commerce boss. So welcome, Mr. Josh.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's get into it. It's in the public domain that in 2020, you led a team of salespeople that did over $200,000. I think that should be like 100 million naira.
That's 100 million naira.
Yeah. So you led a team of, and I want to assume they are young people, fresh graduates, even students self, and they did, $200,000 selling just logo or 3D logo. So that sounds very fascinating to me. How did that happen? What did you do? What was the magic or the trick there?
That was the magic to it. It's just a set of people that really want to make money. It was just assembling a set of people that really want to make money.
Wow.
And then we had a working strategy, and then it was everywhere.
Wow.
And we had a viral product, which was 3D design. So we took it all over 27 countries. More than 40,000 businesses was using our services. All the Black American countries, all over Nigeria, of course, and then all across Africa. So it was an awesome ride, anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think it was 100 million as that then, but going by today's exchanges, another something else entirely.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was just 100 million naira.
Exactly. So our audience would like to know, what did you do specially? What was the sales strategy? Who did you sell to? Like, what was the sales strategy?
Okay, what was the sales strategy? The sales strategy is simple, right? We found out that we could make every influencer or actor's page in Nigeria a billboard, right? So the plan was we reach out to them, we give them 3D designs for free, and then we say it's free for their brand.
Wow.
So when you give it to that, brand identity is very close to people's heart. Automatically they post it, right? And then in fact sometimes we ask them to post us, but initially we didn't even tell them to post us. We just gave them for free.
Wow.
And then they posted it. When they posted it, that was it. And then people started reaching out that I want to get this, I want to get that. So that was much of it. Yeah. For context, right? I think the major idea was the fact that we're trying to break through the market, right? We're trying to break through the market. And then so we figured we really need to be the matrix, like Maven metrics. Yeah, we needed to be the go-to trusted advisor for business owners.
Yeah.
Right.
So for a minute, for people that don't really understand the concept of Maven metrics or what a Maven metrics is, can you?
Yeah, it's from Malcolm Gladwell's book, right? Where he was talking about what makes things catch season. So one of it was the Maven metrics. What Maven metrics means is that how do you become the go-to trusted advisor? You see, so the strategy for us was content, like director was sending voice notes as content, like podcast type version to people then. And then the second on my end was that I was reaching out to businesses. That, okay, we are, if Christmas is coming, that was 2018.
Wow.
That was 2018. Christmas is coming. How about you? We will help you do free designs for your brand. And that was it. Nothing in return. And people that were reaching out to before that, they should come and do website. And when you say we were giving them end of the year and Christmas graphics, they're like, thank you very much. And then that was it.
Wow.
So from there, when we do it for them, they post it, they tag us, they mention us, they start giving people our number for free. So that was the magic. Then when we saw that, the point is, how do we scale this?
Wow.
Then we started sending DMs to actresses and every big influencer out there. This all afford any actress that you can even imagine of. Then we send it to them and then we tell them, okay, it's free for your brand. When we tell them it's free for their brand, they post stuff for free.
Wow.
And we get traction from them.
I mean, that is crazy. So you've been in this digital marketing space for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
If so, right?
Yeah, right.
And then I know 10 years is a lot of time. So during this period, have there been any challenge you faced as, has a digital marketer, has, a sales guru, has, a business owner online?
Of course, one of it is Instagram. Sending me out of Instagram.
Wow.
So yeah, I have a big page, right?
Mm,
Is it Josh Tracy then? And
wow.
we're doing all the traction, all the traffic was going there, and suddenly Mark Zuckerberg sent me packing. You understand? So that can be catastrophic. I've had other pages, Elify and the rest like
Mm,
that.
mm,
And then they just send us packing. So that's part of the challenges with it. And that's one. And two, international market trust is one thing. Nigerian ecosystem, Nigerian image is crazy out there.
mm.
So for you to really portray yourself to people that are already skeptical about Nigeria is
Exactly.
a crazy deal, because I lost a $14,000 deal as a 2020 because I was a Nigerian. So it got me depressed. So it's really challenging.
Yeah.
If it's
Wow.
about challenge, it's challenging.
Wow, wow. Okay, so but then in that period, because I know for a fact that that did not stop you. If that had, stopped you, you wouldn't be where you are today, right? So, um,
Forget, it stopped me. Oh. No, no. You lose a $14,000 deal and you to stop you
it's
again.
crazy, it's crazy, it's
Then I
crazy.
think $1 was 500 now in
Ah,
2021. No, that was it 500 then? I think it's
five
500
hundred.
or
Yeah.
five something. So it was like 7 million I was expecting then, and you know,
Wow.
because I was Nigerian, I didn't get it, so I got depressed. I was already almost depressed, but then it escalated
That's
it,
good.
and I had to get myself back.
Okay.
Actually,
So since you said yeah, recover, but then is there okay for business owners, for example, because it's not even just it's more like it's a rampant thing nowadays for a lot of business people are losing their pages. So how did you navigate your way back from that?
one of the things we actually did was to first go and even register ourselves as a US company. Do you get in Delaware? So that was the first step. You understand? And then acclimatize with ourselves with the US infrastructure.
Mm,
You understand? So that we actually be full-fledged US
company.
company. Do you get? So that improved trust, and then since then we've had so many customers, and that's never an issue.
Okay, so are you saying for business owners that are in Nigeria, it's more like a strategy they can adopt?
Yeah, yeah, it's important. Go and ensure you get a US company. So you have an EIN. When you have an EIN, you so on KitKat there's a package called Legalize. You can actually get your US company
Wow.
even from KitKat. So
Wow.
when you do that, you get your EIN, and then you can even have access to stuff like Stripe. When you have
Wow.
Stripe, you can easily collect payment from international customers.
Wow.
So they won't be seeing Flutterwave or Paystack. That's very, very key.
Wow.
And then, they can accept as many cards as possible. So you should consider having that. It's not very expensive. I think it should be well under $600 or $700
Wow.
for you
Okay.
to have that.
So you see, you can only find information like this or get information like this first hand on Tell Me the Truth. So stick around. All right. Moving on. The other day, Elon Jobs was saying Nigerians don't pay for software.
Mhm.
But then, you are the CMO of KitKat. For those of you who don't know, he's the CMO of KitKat. And, so far, we have over 5,000 merchants actively using KitKat. And a greater percentage of them are Nigerians.
Mhm.
So if that is the case, or if that were true, how is it possible that you were able to cross the chasm and really get people to pay for software? I'm asking this question because of software developers and other digital marketers and the rest who might be in this situation where they are finding it hard to sell their digital products, software, and the rest in an economy like
Okay,
Nigeria.
so I don't know where you got the information from that it's Nigerians that are using the. Actually, it's Nigerians that are the majority of people using KitKat, but you didn't ask which version of Nigerians.
Ah,
These are
that's
Nigerians
interesting.
in diaspora.
Wow.
Like 80% of users of KitKat are Nigerians and Africans in diaspora, not
Interesting.
the ones that are battling with Tinubu's economy. You understand? And then you know the Pareto rule now, the Pareto principle. So that is also playing out with KitKat. So when Elon Musk was saying that Nigerians don't use software, I've not seen any content that uh, I've never seen any content that precise on the internet like that because you know it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay, you have a laptop,
yeah,
Windows laptop.
yeah.
I can bet you see that the particular software on your Windows laptop is a cracked software.
Ah,
That you just bought one your dicks and then you started using it. So that's like the typical Nigerian. Nigerians don't pay for software. There's the black market economy.
mm,
Even Nigerians don't like paying for the actual dollar in Nigeria. They prefer the black market version. Sure you get so in Nigeria that's like the person that you're trying to sell software of a POS system, right? That we stop their stars from stealing
mm,
for let's say $250.
mm.
$250 is how much in Nigeria? Maybe 400k, right?
400K, yeah.
And just 400k. And then the say yeah person it will amaze you, it will interest you that she's not serious about tackling staff theft. What she's interested in how she will use 4,000 naira to give one guy that doesn't have so much. Is how she will have one 4,000 naira and she will give it to one guy that doesn't have so much that he's doing to help her install a cracked POS software to mitigate stealing staffs. And I'll be like, good luck to you. So a typical Nigerian business owner they don't really pay for software. If check almost every designer in Nigeria. If you see out of 100, if you see one that is paying for Adobe premium of Adobe software, oh, the person must be working with MTN. Yeah. So yeah, usually it's not like a Nigerian thing to say they want to pay for software, especially expensive software. That even the cheap ones they are not paying.
Nigerians.
So you should be sure people like this guy, Bill Gates, we have a hard time selling to. We have a harder time selling to Nigerians.
That is begin to be broke if Nigeria is his target audience.
No, in fact, check the stats, right? Check Netflix. You gotta check the number of subscriptions they have. It's abysmal. Like we have how many people in Nigeria, and less than 300k people are actually paying for theirs. Not even like software like that. Just subscription for Netflix to watch movie. As much as Nigerian like movie. It's good to come on pay for next week with their budget. You know how heavy their hearts are. When they just came, only 300k people with that much budget. So you should know that it's not part of Nigerian culture. It's not part of Nigerian culture. Nigeria has like one of the major digital products, successful digital products in Nigeria are betting and caller tune. Most successful digital product in Nigeria that I've ever sold in Nigeria. Those are that Nigerians subscribe to and do every now and then. Those are it. And then you see their nature, the nature of those products. So there is really not a Nigerian culture to pay for subscription for a software.
It is well. See, Nigerians, we need to do better. We have a bad reputation. They don't stain our whites. They don't stain our whites. All right, moving on. You know, I asked Ellen Jobs this question, and you too, you will not escape it. So again, it's in the public domain that you dropped out of school, 400 level or final year. So why? How did you make sense of that decision? And then has it cost you anything in terms of, relationship, maybe with your loved ones, or let's say even business? So have you met a customer and they are telling you, because you did not graduate first class, we can't do business with you? That kind of situation.
Number one, why did I drop out? That's the first question. So, well, business was important at that point in time, so it was necessary for me to focus on one. Wow. You understand? So school was like the most sensible.
Let me cut in. So you were actively doing business even while you were a student and in school.
Exactly.
Wow, that's interesting.
Since 200 level.
Wow.
Since 200 level. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was important at that point. That was 2019 that I've been thinking about it in 2018 anyways. But then 2019 I finally decided to drop out. You understand that I won't die. Let me drop out and then focus on business. So
Okay.
and then thank God it paid out because that was when we were 2019, 2020. That was
Yeah.
about when we were able to capitalize on the free influencer campaign, and then
3D logo.
without ads we were able to generate $200,000 in
Wow.
Nigeria.
Wow.
So that was one. So two was second reason was the fact that I was trying to avoid sabotage because I believed entrepreneurship really at that time, if I was really going to be serious about the entrepreneurship thing, school was going to be a sabotage I had to like
Wow.
drop. But then it was easier for me to drop out of political science because that was the course. If it were a law, in hindsight, if it were a law, I might just say pause the admission and because the certificate is necessary
Necessary.
to practice. But this is political science. It doesn't matter. So this was political science, so it didn't matter. I was in 2-1, actually, a strong one at that.
Strong
University of
to
Ilorin. So
prestigious University of Ilorin. All right, but then what did that cost you? Did that cost you anything, or was it just like an upward?
no. It was one of the best decisions I've made,
Oh,
actually.
wow, interesting.
In fact, no, not at all. Only that, when I said I wanted to drop out, you see, it cost me $1,000. I had to
Interesting.
because my parents and uncle they sent me to school and
Yeah.
all of that. At least although even major part of it, I had to fend for myself though, but but I just calculated how much they spent altogether, including my sister and uncle. Then I went to withdraw the use of in naira, $1,000,
Wow.
and then I sent it to them. Then they say, thank you, uncle, my dad, my mom, and then my sister. That
Okay.
was bankrolling me then. And I think that was like July. And by October or September, I can't recall very vividly. I just sent them a message. I've dropped out. So my sister was calling me then that hey, I should drop out, kinika. And then she was like, she will go and take drink, she go and drink sniper, blah blah blah. I mean, I was like, I better go. You don't serious reach that level. Only for me to see that the August next year she was getting married. The first way say one drink so no, it didn't cost me anything
Okay.
significant
All
really.
right.
And then you see already I'm in for law stuff
Yeah.
right now, so you can always do it anytime we are free.
Oh, wow. So that's interesting. All right, but then that that on its own, right, is a big leap.
Yeah.
So my next question is: will you advise, let's say, a younger one you have, or probably your younger self, if you're in that kind of situation, do it again? Is it something you jump into again?
You see, when people hear that people drop out, it's always sexy. When you have that entrepreneurship, you want to say you want to drop out. You want to. My own is that be sure you can afford it. You see, I said it cost me $1,000.
$1,000.
Hey, is your business producing that much? So I had to like also hard and work hard to ensure that I have that because I'm not just this person that will jeopardize people's investment. You get so I had to at least settle them out and then focus and chase my dream. It was they didn't feel good about it, but then you got
The results
a
were
lot
there.
though. You got a lot first too, and then I will ensure there will be results. So that was like the pack. So if you can afford it, and then be sure you won't let them down with what you are
What you're
pursuing.
doing.
Do you get my point?
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's so yeah, and then if you are studying any other course from law and MBBS, and you can afford it, you are good to go.
Wow.
But if it's law and MBBS, if you can pause it, and then you continue it later
Oh.
because you need the certificate in reward.
Yeah. All right. That's quite fascinating. Okay, moving on. People call you the e-commerce boss online. Yeah, I know it's not Bobo because the stats are there to show for it. You've spent probably over 1 billion or billions of naira, right, on running ads and generated billions too in revenue. So I have some questions For
let
business
me
people.
put context before somebody come and rob me in my house. The
Context.
billions he's talking about is both for my company and the customers we work with.
Context is important. All right. So, I'm asking this question specifically for the business owners watching this show. For small business owners looking to grow their business, on the internet, as the e-commerce boss, what advice will you give to them?
Okay. I think they should focus on their net promoter score.
Wow. What does
By
that mean?
net promoter score, I mean like how much people are able to refer your brand.
Interesting.
So even if the gods of reach and marketing are against you, you can always bank on referral, word of mouth to generate the new customer, the next customer for you. So you need to ensure that your net promoter score, you need to ensure that your business is referable. You understand? So that's number one thing every business owner should work on. You understand? From your delivery to from your offering to your delivery, everything you should be referable. You should be referable. That's one key lesson I want people to focus on, especially this year.
So, what about for young, digital marketers, probably young skilled people online, people that are offering some form of skills and services online? Because especially for digital marketers, there's this, I don't know whether to call it a myth or so, that the digital marketing space is saturated. Everybody and their grandmother is trying to help people run Facebook ads or
Okay.
Instagram ads or Google ads and the rest. So, how can they, get to that point where they are generating revenues, billions,
You see,
billions?
one almost to be frank, they say it's saturating. To be frank, it's saturating, right? And it's saturating and saturated at the same time.
Wow.
However, one sure formula that I still see that works is that nothing beats free.
Interesting.
So you have to I've always talked about it. The Messiah strategy is important. Give people tasting. Almost everybody wants people to pay them first before they deliver. Right? So you can have you need to have something to waste.
Interesting.
You need to have something to waste. So what do you have to waste? What do you have to dash people for free? You see? So when we were running our own digital agency then, what we had to waste was designs. So we found out that people valued it, right? And then we just reached out to them. We are giving it for you for free. There was a particular month we gave nearly 1,000 designs for free. You understand? And look at how much referrals we got from there. How much mentioning, taggings, and code that we got from there. So you need to have something you can give out for free. So give out something for free. When you give that out to them for free, don't forget, trust is the important factor you are trying to crack. So when you get that, don't worry. Customers, you will be tired of customers.
Wow.
Focus on something you can give out for free. Don't forget what people value. So in Nigeria, that they don't value software. Giving them free software for free is just a bad gift. You understand? So you need to focus on what they value actually.
And I think what they value is more like something that is correlated or directly related to revenue or something like that, right?
So that once they use it, you understand, they
get
find
utility.
utility with it. They can actually ask. You can actually just refer to their friends. Come and use their service for this. Come and use their service for this. Or they will ask if you offer other service, or that you can upsell them on other things.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about sales. It's the most important, factor in business. And being the CMO of KitKat, I am sure you've led hundreds and thousands of, if not thousands of salespeople over the years. So my question is, what is that thing that differentiates high performance from people that are not getting results? Because there's a quote in sales that a bad salesperson will have skinny children, right? So what is that differentiating factor between high performance and people that are not getting results?
So one thing that actually differentiates high performance and low performing salespeople is hunger. That's the word, hunger. So you see, when you see, there was a time I was running a sales team of more than 120 salespeople actually. So one thing I notice is that okay, when the ones that are not say graduates, that they just got into 200 level eating oduku and all this, they are just seeing sapa for the first time in their life. You know, in 100 level they will still send them food stuff and all of that. But in 200 level, you know, they are already facing life in 3D. So when they have hunger, right, to do stuffs in the world, to make a mark, to earn more than their sisters, earn more than, they have high motivation. You understand? So those are the set of people that are best for your team, anytime, any day.
Wow.
Not those that already have certificate, that have shoulder pad. No, you don't need those ones. You need people that are sincerely hungry. You see, my mentor used to say something that you cannot motivate people to have hunger. You don't motivate hunger out of people.
Wow.
That's Ellen Jobs. You don't motivate hunger out of people. See, you can only motivate people that are hungry. You understand? To even just do more. Because for instance, my time when I was even a salesperson, right? When I was in school, the first thing I wanted to attain was to earn more than my sister. Later, I was hungry to earn more than my lecturers. You understand? Before I can say I want to drop out. And then, you know, that was how I was trying to see who is my next person I'm trying to earn more than. Like that. So people must be self-motivated before you actually put them on board in your sales team.
Okay.
So that's one. Second thing is focus, right? You need laser focus to generate any results from sales. So I was telling you earlier that at a point I had like 120 sales team, people, 120 people sales team, right? And then we did a study, right? We did a study of how focus generates results for them. We noticed that people that deleted their Twitter or any other platform that is not directly correlated to where they are making the money from, they tend to perform better. They have lesser distraction and co. You know, so when they delete Twitter, let's say at the beginning of the month, or delete any other app that is not like the platform they are using for sales, we see that spike in their sales. Like sometimes we record as high as 300% increase.
Wow.
In the amount they bring in, month out.
Wow.
So I believe strongly that laser focus is an important factor. Right? So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is that, you see, tiny things make the difference. Or things as flimsy as for people that are making sales digitally anyways, tiny stuffs like the fonts on their phones made the difference of people that are performing higher or not. It was amazing to me. You know, I have enough people to test with. So when they have, you know, and they have all these cursive fonts and all these cursive fonts, you notice the more they are using those fonts, they have low performance. I don't know, but the fact that things are fanciful and they are just trying to be fanciful than trying to be result oriented. At that point, I think that's the only thing I could see from that. But then I just noticed that those tiny things, they matter. And when they change their theme, the theme that they're actually using, and even the type of song they listen to, at the point that they're actually selling, the kind of, to be frank, the kind of song they were listening to, they were making money. You know, Tracy now. Tracy used to listen to all these songs at a point in time like that. And then I just, with myself and Elon, just were telling me that people that listen to this kind of song, they don't make confirm money in sales. Then he stopped the song for that particular month, at least before he joined, before he started being a developer. He stopped those songs and his sales he went over the roof.
Wow.
Yeah, and I have several other examples like that. Wow. So the song, the fonts, and all of that, all those tiny things, they matter. They matter. So when you are leading a sales team, ensure that, you know, all these tiny things, you see to them.
Pay attention to the details.
It matters. It will shock you how much they matter.
Wow. This is interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, stuffs like this, you can only find them on Tell Me the Truth, because this is what every business person out there need. This is what you will not get in a $1,000 seminar or, you know, what have you. Well, moving on to the final question.
Okay.
So that we don't keep, you know, a big man or in the studio for a very, very long time. You are known for sharing 3 things on the internet, 3 things three demons fighting your business. Even when you are giving advice, okay, these are three things you should do. So the question is, if this was your last appearance on the internet, right? What three things would you leave for people to know? Okay, this is the last time Josh is going to be on the internet. This is the last three things that he's sharing.
Oh well. Let's see if it's three this time. The world is not that harsh. The world is not that harsh, especially for young people, right?
Wow.
The world is not that harsh. You see, most of the progresses we've had in business is the fact that we just say, let's try it out. Let's just reach out to this celebrity. What's worse, she will say no, and it will amaze us that they will even post us.
Wow.
Like people like Dubai Ninja Foodie and Co. Then they, they were Kopi Foundation and Co. We just reached out and then they did the magic. You understand? Then so anybody can actually give you a response. So the word is not that harsh. Just give it a try. If they don't want you, bye bye. Bye bye. Don't kill yourself for there. So the second thing I will say is the fact that, well, to be frank, choose you. If the word is not that harsh, the idiots that are making it to be harsh, as much as you want to fix your own error to make it easier for people to say yes, when the people that don't choose you, fuck them, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need to dwell on people that don't fuck with you. It's not necessary, right? So focus on those that already pick you, and you see how better your life will really be. So choose who choose you, focus, choose who choose you, pick who pick you. And like one philosopher on TikTok, we say that ever.
Okay.
So and then the third thing is that use KitKat. Use KitKat.
Use KitKat.com.
Yeah,
You have to
use
use our
KitKat.
sponsor, so that will be back to this place again next week.
Use KitKat. Use KitKat to automate your business. You see, I was saying I used to have 120 sales team and all that. Now we are more focused on automations, and then we are not like big on hiring too many sales people like that again. So you really want to like have a life while you are running a business. If you are that person, make sure you use KitKat.
Awesome.
So you can download KitKat app on App Store or Google Play Store, or you just go to the website usekitkat.com. Simple.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for tonight. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Josh Tracy, the e-commerce boss, for gracing us with your presence tonight. Next week is going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, follow, and we'll see you again.